Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome to Trade the Close here on NinjaTrader Live. I'm Nick Furtick, joined by my friend here, Leo the Tiger. How you doing, Leo?
Were you trying to figure out what to call me? I mean, it's
Yeah,
not that hard just to be like, hey, this is my buddy Leo.
I was trying to find a way to finagle that in there, also throw in a tariff joke, and nothing quite landed. I was kind of operating on the fly here, but how
We're
are
gonna
you
have to-
navigating these markets?
Well, to be honest with you, I haven't looked at the charts since we jumped on screen here today. I mean, since this morning, I'll say. So, my plus trade today was just this week open short. Actually had Delta map flip there. So that's kind of a trade that I look for where we open kind of like below the week open, which is the Sunday open price. That's the green line here in my chart. I just look for that area to be, kind of resistance or support just based on, kind of how we're building volume, especially early in the week. So obviously today being Monday, we opened below it, built some volume down, spent some time down there. Last night Globex open and got that retest short and took it to I think just prior day. This prior day range, like in the opening range, the 5-minute OR is pretty wide, or it was, kind of the majority of the session. And then I stopped and grabbed lunch and just got back on stream. And it looks like we have more tariff stuff going on. So we'll see what we can't pick off today.
Yeah, this is the kind of volatility I think that I was describing last night when we were saying that the tariff deadline is July 9th, and I would expect random tweets, random things for different countries, deals announced. So that kind of two-way volatility is still likely to kind of be here to stay for the foreseeable future. For the rest of this week is very possible. If you caught any of these moves today, let us know in the chat. I'm actually curious to see, was anyone on the right side of one of these tweet storms from our lovely president as he is continuing to send letters and make announcements of specific tariffs to a bunch of various countries throughout the world. So it's been an interesting trade for me. I was short with you off that kind of week open, scalped it for like 30 points, got out, and then did actually in a different account catch, I guess, the first 25% tariff on Japan tweet that came out. So was just the absolute luckiest entry timed trade that I've had in recent memory. Just happened to be on the right side of the move as soon as it happened. Within probably about 30 seconds after I entered, that tweet came out and we just kind of started waterfalling to the downside. So
Don't you love it
nothing
when
wrong
that
with that.
happens?
Nothing wrong with that. It just does not happen very often. And I definitely didn't draw that up. That is not what I was looking for. Just happened to get lucky, which you kind of need in this game sometimes.
Sometimes it's better to be lucky than good, and you can only get lucky if you're ready for it. So
Exactly. So where might we go from here, Leo? I think this like 800s to 820 spot was something I was watching last night. I think we were talking about as kind of a little high volume edge that was sitting there from the previous week's profile. What are your
yeah, I'm
thoughts
looking at it.
on look
Yeah,
alongs here?
yeah. I mean, it's definitely, I tried to buy this little dip here and just kind of got out of it. Once we rejected off the weekly pivot here, right here at these 26s. And yeah, I'm just kind of watching. I'm not opposed to getting long again. I just wanted to, be fresh minded. It's kind of, it's a little difficult to buy just to long this liquidation break because I think that's, you know, if you look at the action, right, we've just kind of had this slow grinding day that's generally been down. We have this huge bulk of volume and we've broken from it. And so,
Mhm.
it's hard to buy into a liquidation break like this. But the other part of the equation is sellers need to continue to press, and it just doesn't look like that's happening yet. Now, we could, if we come back up here and test these 845s, kind of like in this little notch zone right here, where all the selling came in, might see some new selling there for continuation of this move. but to ride this as a momentum short, I would just need to see it be a little more aggressive than it is right now. It looks like, from my standpoint, we just had a little bit of a news, you know, dump, and now we're just kind of returning back to normal.
XYZ showing up in the chat to tell everybody that the low is in.
The low is in according to XY. All right.
And even looking at, I mean, this is that stupid magic blue box that I drew last Sunday or 2 Sundays ago, whatever it is now. And we basically just wicked right off into that. So basically, yes, rejecting right off last week's point of control, pretty much around that 6250s area. So if the low is in XY, I mean, it kind of makes sense so far on the S&P. I mean, NQ as well. Just given,
The low
it was
is
a little bit
in.
excess. There
XY
was some
says the
excess
low
there.
is in. So let's get it long.
Yeah, so everyone should just long. I'm going to long with XY because he told me the low is in, and he basically gave us financial advice.
Not financial advice.
Definitely not financial advice. But I kind of agree with him. At least, I mean, I'm definitely going to be late in this trade, but
so I got a question for you, Nick, because that's kind of there's actually kind of a good point right here. To say that you want to be long right now, you'd be kind of buying into a bit of a bounce. How do you manage that from a position standpoint? Do you just start with a small size and be willing to add a little bit lower, or do you wait for a pullback to actually get into a long? Like, what's your traditional
usually,
move here?
I mean, I'm not great at catching knives. That you kind of got a second attempt there, so that might have been the entry long that I was looking for the first time. If you were just a little hesitant to try to step in there in the first touch of 62 50s and change, I know we went down to kind of the 45s as well, but that little second push down, retest, and I know NQ kind of made a more excess low, kind of cleaned it up a little bit there.
Right.
It's those moves that I sometimes hate chasing. Like, if I was not already in on that second attempt, I don't know if I want to now chase it in theory. I just kind of might miss the trade. But usually on those, yeah, I would start a little smaller, just kind of feel it out. If we kind of can break above like we are doing now, then yeah, I might have added there. But for the most part, I'm just not great at it. So I kind of look for that exact move where you came up, we had another failure, another attempt to break lower. Yes, I think actually to the tick made the same low of the day. So I don't love that, but NQ was able to kind of break it, make another one, and now make that move higher. So I'd feel a little more comfortable about it with that second attempt. I'm never a fan of just immediately knife catching, but these are those type of moves, at least from my experience, that once they do kind of go to the upside on the reversal, it can be gone real quick.
Right.
But so far, NQ kind of struggling at that high volume node from last week, the point of control on the NASDAQ at 820s. So we'll see if we can get some momentum above that. I think, like you were saying, we might retrace some of this downside. It looks a lot more violent on ES today.
Oh, really?
The entire move does. I know they're relatively down the same, but at least on the 5-minute structure, ES has kind of looked like a trend day down all day.
I mean, it's definitely been heavy all day, but they're still keeping it in kind of a range.
I mean, we basically are just in the top side of last week's range so far.
Yeah.
Did you take? No, you did not take the long.
No, I was in this long and then got out of it. Kind of want to see something more dramatic, I guess, for me to jump in. If we were able to pull back at least into the little edge of this leg, give me something that would be worthwhile to look at. But right now, I don't really have a great trade here for me. Are you in ES land now? Are you back in ES land?
Just in the afternoon. Okay. I just am trying to give people a different flavor. The three of you always are just trading NASDAQ. So yep. I'm doing something a little different. All my trades today in my personal other accounts, everything was on NQ, but I'm just trying to do something a little different. I'm also just terrible at power hour as it is. So I just am trying to feel more confident in some of the entries and letting some of these moves play out because the volatility just isn't quite there at this time of the day until sometimes the last 10 minutes.
Yeah, I'm actually curious from the chat, how active are you guys in the chat in the afternoons? I don't trade it very often. Actually, the only time I really trade it is when we're on stream.
Right. Yeah, it's the same thing. Like I'll jump into the chat and troll XY and Stowe or you when I'm not on, but I am not trading it. It's pretty rare that I will, we you kind of need the volatility back, like at least some aspect of a day like today that might get me out of bed and into power hour to actually try to take a trade. But for me to sit there in some of those ranges, I think that XY and I have been stuck in for some reason during power hour where NQ's not moving more than 20 points for 90 minutes. Those are the reasons I usually don't even touch power hour. I just want no part of even attempting to try to find something.
Dio said I trade all day like a mentally ill person from the
He
east.
does, and he's
Wow.
one of my friends from overseas. So he's at all hours of the day. He's like Kane, just constantly looking at charts and taking trades. I have asked him before if he sleeps.
Oh, like legit, you didn't think he slept?
I mean, he's just always on the charts, and he's right there with me in the trenches, for RTH open to RTH close. So I don't know if he does sleep.
Hmm.
Some of those Euro traders, man,
They're wild. They are wild. See, I mean, even this buying, like, it's just not. I mean, we're going up, but it's just not very aggressive. Kind of just trying
but
to get there, but
but you and I did not take the low of the day trade, so naturally XY is going to be right, and the low of the day is in, and he's going to make money, and you and I are going to sit here just kind of doing nothing.
I don't agree. I don't disagree that the low is in.
I
He
kind of
said
don't.
it.
The second attempt just makes me think it even more too.
Is there an end month? Shreddy, we're on until you guys stop showing up. Shreddy, if you want us to leave, we'll leave. How about that? Oh, he said awesome. Okay, cool. So he's a fan. You never know when a question like that gets posed. They could be like, we can't wait till you guys leave. Look at there's some selling coming in right here at 44. Really, this is that spot that I was talking about. I wouldn't mind trying to short right here. Maybe XY is wrong.
Oh, he flattened out, so he's scared of it too.
Oh, boo.
I mean, can we get L's in the chat for XY after that?
For real. You can't say the low of day is in
And
and
then
then
not hold
get
the
out
runner.
of your trade.
You can't. No, I don't care. 5 lots, 50 points.
Doesn't matter.
You're not holding a runner when you made that claim, sir.
That is L's in the chat, please. L's. Yeah, I'm never listening to him again either.
Never trust a scalper.
Never trust XYZ.
Yeah. I mean, that was a great trade, though. Well done, sir.
Florida man number 1 in the chat is correct. Whatever he says goes.
Yeah, this cool little thing that we have in the YouTube chat now.
Yeah, I don't even know how that works. You just
just
have to
spam
participate.
the chat with
You just spam the chat.
Spam.
All I ever say is good morning.
That is true.
But he real nailed that bottom.
I mean, he did, but the fact that he flattened his trade, I mean, it is what it is.
We're kind of building like a little bit of volume right here with this sell side activity.
XY, just for you, I hope they completely V this move and we settle back into Friday's range.
Nick, I'm like stalking a short and you're telling us we're going to V out of here. I don't want, that's not good. Oh, well, nothing happened. So Yeah, it just feels like one of those news things where they break down and then
It retraces a
it just
portion of it.
retraces the whole move, you know? It's like nothing happened. It's like the algos sell it, and then everyone who's kinda smart takes over, and they're like, "Yeah, that's not really a problem." Did you get your chart back up?
Yeah, I do. Mine is up now.
Let's let's see what ES looks like. If we can flip over to Nick's chart.
Coming into last week's value area high here.
Yeah, I see that. So monthly open is, right at 868.
Mm-hmm.
That would be an important area. We'd be testing it from below, and it's also the day's developing value area low. 868. Interesting. Yeah, I'm gonna wait for that. I'm gonna
We're gonna
watch.
push it higher.
Let's see what we do there. 60s, somewhere in this range here. Kinda in this zone, we have a bunch of lows in this area. So just like standard support and resistance, plus the monthly open being there, being significant.
Did you draw another crayon box?
No, this is sorry, Nick. This is just a straight line
Oh,
zone.
just the zone.
It's not a crayon. Just if I ever draw a line, do you just automatically call it a crayon?
Yes. Use the drawing tools. I'm going to call it a crayon something.
Hmm.
It's rare I see you do it. That's all.
You know, Kane said he was jealous that I never have to draw anything manually.
That's one of the many reasons I use OFL is it takes a lot of the idiot work out of me doing anything. I don't have to plot anything.
Frank Z, short or long? I'm not sure yet.
Yes.
Yes, the answer is yes. Let's see what we get. And something needs to happen before I get into a trade, preferably in this little zone that I've marked. All right, Nick, what'd you do for the 4th?
I did absolutely nothing because
You didn't
the
even
wife
smoke,
had
like you didn't even do a brisket?
no. So the wife was recovering from surgery. She had surgery on Thursday,
Oh,
and
right.
my 8-month-old got her first cold. So I was taking care of her and taking care of Mama, and
Oh,
just trying to keep the house quiet. So what Daddy did
sanity.
after when he put the baby down, he went out into the back, grilled a couple cheeseburgers for himself, had a cold beer, and just kind of stood out there and
Nice.
had a very quiet 4th of July.
That's nice.
And then, of
Now,
course, neighbors, golf courses, everything around me here in North Texas was shooting them off until 2 a.m. So that was also fun.
yeah, because that's what we did is we just sat in our backyard and all of our neighbors did neighbor things, you know?
Yep. Had that, and then of course the dad with the sick child in me was like constantly checking the baby monitor to make sure my baby wasn't waking up to all of the fireworks that were going off. So I didn't sleep well that night, but
Yeah.
everyone's starting to feel better, so that's good. But yeah, this
I'm
was
gonna
the most lackluster 4th of July I've had, I think, ever.
I'm gonna jump in a short here at 53. I'm just seeing a little bit of absorption. There was some absorption, not occurring anymore, but at least enough to get me into this thing.
Yeah, it's still holding around there too. Mark, no, I'm not near the floods. Those are a little further south, and it's awful kind of seeing it in some of the aftermath as the water has drained a little bit. Terrible to hear about all of that. But up here in North Texas, we got some, but it was nowhere near like that.
Yeah, this trade's dead. They're just walking this thing back
Ooh,
up. See you later.
right into your box.
Yep.
Would you take it again?
Maybe, but I don't know, man. These afternoon V-shaped rallies from news.
What I think is going to happen is we're going to rally another 100 points because
100
XY called
points.
below the day and he flattened his trade. So the market gods, the market makers watching this stream need to mentally punish him for that.
I took it again. Took it again, Nick.
No, I actually like it more now.
Now that we popped it and just kind of
yeah.
fell off.
It's kind of wick up to last week's value area high at 66 and just immediately faded. Someone stepped right in there. I may try this.
Team trade.
Let's get in just one ES. Tight stop will do. Let's do 4 points. Yeah, kind of above that little. All right, so I'm short 64s. Oh God, crappy entry.
I have 3 on. Oops.
Markets always move at least 3 times where I cover. Yes, I know the pain. But XY, I have a stop on the books, so do with that information what you will.
They're coming for your stop, Nick.
Well, it's not that they're coming for my stop, it's that they will come for my stop and then immediately reverse it in my trade's favor. It happened several times while you were on paternity leave.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Is that what you're calling it? Paternity leave?
I mean, that's the tech term.
Term.
Well, I guess they just call it parental leave now.
Parental leave. I think I'm just, this is just not doing what I wanted to do.
A lot of liquidity, 81s. Is there? Oh, yeah. Maybe.
I mean, they just they keep pulling the bids, and then the offer, flips, and then it's just like they reverse it right away.
Parental leave equals bottle service. Is that what you've been doing?
Bottle service is right.
I mean, I'm still doing bottle service.
Yeah, we have that magic of a Keurig for babies.
That thing is pretty clutch if you are formula feeding your baby. It's so easy.
Press the button, milk comes out. Pre-mixed to the temperature you need it.
Mm-hmm.
No microwaving. No sitting a bottle in warm water to warm it up.
It was a breeze. It really does make life so much easier. And then had to get the bottle washer with it.
Oh, they have a bottle washer?
Yeah, it does the sterilization too. And dries them.
Oh, snap. I didn't even know about that.
Well worth the money. I even said if it breaks, like for kid 2, I will immediately go buy another one. Like no hesitation, we'll buy another one.
Yeah. Are you guys gonna have another one?
Yeah, we ideally want 3, but
so you're just getting started.
Yeah, family just getting started. But
there you go.
My wife and I are definitely not okay. We're not old by any means, but we'll see how the next one goes. That's kind of the plan right now.
How old is your wife?
She's 36.
So she's advanced maternal age, as they would have called my wife.
As they would call that, yes, a geriatric pregnancy, which is just terrible because that's
Crazy to
not how
believe.
I would gauge somebody that's in their mid-30s, but, whatever. I didn't make the medical terms.
One kid at a time, Nick. One kid at a time.
That's what we're doing. Like I said, we're gonna
I'm
definitely have
so
another, and then we'll see what the feeling is after that.
we only have 59 likes.
I'm stopped.
Stop too.
So there's your entry, XY. Yeah, see, Hans knows. Baby Breeze a bottle washer, well worth every penny. Sterilizes and dries.
Can you set it up to add Bailey's? I don't want to get visited by protective services. Oh, you mean for yourself?
I mean,
Probably.
there's probably a better way to do that for a minute. Just being honest.
6 months into having 2 kids, 2 is way harder than 1. Try having 3.
He's got 3.
Try having 3. My third is old though, older. So she's not much of a. They're actually. So here's what's cool. So this is my 6-year-old. So he'll be 6 in a month. It's his first time doing VBS, Vacation Bible School, and my daughter, who's 17, is a leader in that arena, and she got to be in his VBS for this week. So they're VBSing all week.
That's cool.
Together. So it's kind of fun. Because, my older one is, she's during the school year, we didn't get to see that much of her because she's on the other side of town. Vacation Bible School. It's like a summer camp, kind of.
We're just still moving up.
Driver trays is done at 2. 1 boy, 1 girl. Happy with that. There you go.
See, I'm in the camp. If the next one is a boy, I'm probably leaning to wanting a third. If it's next one's a girl and we have 2 girls, I'm happy just being done. I kind of like
Dude, I'll tell you that boys are a hot mess.
I know, and I had this conversation with a buddy of mine who now has 3 boys, and it's like he's a 5-year-old, a 3-year-old, and like a newborn.
I couldn't imagine, Nick. I would
and I'm
probably
like, the house has
off
got to
myself.
be chaos and
Absolute
gross.
chaos. Now my son he still goes like he's like, I'm gonna go outside. He'll go, just like out on the back patio. We have like a circular patio, so it's just like whatever. And he'll just stand there on the edge of it and just go to the bath, take a leak.
Yep.
Just like whip it out and just boom, I'm out here, going in the backyard.
And then I see
it's
my
so funny.
Who have sons, and I'm just
You're
like,
talking about
I'll take
yourselves.
my precious little girl who's not doing those things, not going to be doing those things.
It's so funny. He just goes out there and just boom. I'm like, oh, there's G just taking a leak.
You're talking about yourselves. I know. I have too much information from friends at this point. Little boys are just too much for me, I think.
All right. Man, this sucks. There's nothing to.
So should have just gotten long when XY made his bold claim of low of the day. That's my thesis for this afternoon.
Yep. Yeah,
I still do that in my 40s.
In the middle of the afternoon, JS? I could do it at night, but come on. Smash the like button.
Yeah. We go ahead. Sorry.
Go ahead.
I'll go full influencer later.
Okay. Nick has promised to go full influencer. We're just in this. We have this V shape now, and we're just going back into the range.
Yep.
These shorts were an attempt to see if we would continue this lower, but it just doesn't seem like that's the play. Do you ever find yourself fighting a move like this? Like, it's a trend down. I got to get short, new lows, et cetera, et cetera.
Not in the afternoon. If we were like pre-Euro close and had this type of move down and I
Yep.
had a chance to reoffer it, I may
Yep.
take 2 stop outs attempting to try to short a spot that makes sense. I think it's
Yep.
much harder to trade trend days to the downside than it is to the upside.
Right.
I enjoy trading them to the downside more because you get those reflexive bounces. I feel like a lot more than you do on a trend update. You get the two-way trade when we tend to move to the downside. So they're more fun for me. I tend to make more money on those days, both ways.
Got a pretty sick wick now at this point. Pretty strong tail. I bet Stowe's just in here buying up this whole thing. Stowe, are you long? Are you just buying up this whole thing? Short 88. I don't hate that.
It's not a bad spot.
Yeah, I don't hate that trade. I just need something, if I'm going to take a trade like that in the afternoon at this point, I just have to have something show up from an order flow standpoint, just like not the level itself.
So yes, Stowe is in fact long.
Outer Circle Trading. What's up, man? OCT is in the chat. Stowe is so long. Stowe is long. Bought more. We did get a bit of a flip there to per day low, huh?
Yeah, I got a liquidity zone print there on ES too.
Could take a short and be late to it. Kind of a dumb idea.
Now Delta flipped. Hey, Chris. Good to see you.
Hey, what's up, Chris?
Chris, I'm sure you were on this low. Seems like your type of trade.
All right.
Yeah, everybody's getting short.
Everyone's getting short now.
Yep. Stowe wants to add.
XYZ wants to get back in his long that he
fumbled
the bag.
It only is a fumble XY because you called low the day is in.
Yeah, man. How can you call low of day and not hold it for the day? If 50s will rebid. Okay. That's fair. I like that. I like that idea.
Market calling 100, execution 5. While we're waiting to see if this is going to break this little uptrend we are in, if you could all do us the lovely favor of smashing the thumbs up button. Jim is not here, unfortunately, to be whispering in my ear that we don't have enough likes, but I know he's watching from somewhere and ready to shoot me a text, send me an email, something behind the scenes if we don't still hit our quota number of 200 likes today. So
what's the quota? Is it 200? That's it?
It's the artificial quota that I created because we had the Jim soundbite.
Do you know what I have, Nick?
What do you have?
Forgotten? What did I get in stock?
The hats.
while I was gone.
The hats are definitely in.
We have hats. Who wants a hat?
If you don't hit thumbs up, I guess you just forget about even getting a hat. We're just going to throw that out there right now. We will have the OFL hats in gray and black, if I'm not mistaken, right?
Yes, gray and black. Number
Perfect.
1 gets a hat.
The chat loves free hats.
Did you say free?
That's what they said.
Nick?
There's definitely no free hats.
Nick's paying for the hats.
Well, I just took a stop out, so.
Firmament, I won a hat. I owe Firmament a hat, I'm pretty sure. All right, we're going to watch this pullback for a potential long. Where, you ask? I'm not sure. That's the key, is we have to see something happen in the order flow for a long, for me at least, to take place. Right now, we rallied straight to prior day low, rejected that. And we need to see a little bit, at least a pause, maybe some selling, hit the tape that's not getting anywhere, etc. Starting to see a little bit of bid side activity again. There is an order there at those 850s that I would want to see that get filled.
Pretty sure this is just XY's order.
XY is sitting there at 50 on the bid.
The 50 lot.
Can you get fanny packs? I think you're on the wrong YouTube channel, Fat Fish. The 50 fills? Yeah.
I think it's going to.
I think it's going to fill. Come on.
Just do it.
I would love to just see like a splash through it. There, we got it.
Furman, you want a fleeced vest? I'm done at 46.
We're dead silent because we're stalking the same trade.
I know. I'm just seeing if there's any reaction here. Nothing yet. I realized that I have not been sharing my charts for the last 10 days. Maybe more than that.
That's why
came back on.
I was like, hey, let's switch to Nick's screen.
Well, I was wondering
Never
why
saw Nick's screen.
I was wondering why we didn't. Because I was like, I got
there
stopped.
There we go.
You never actually showed me getting stopped. So little ES flavor for Buddy this afternoon too. There's nothing I'm seeing that makes me want to long this yet.
I'm jumped in here at 52. I'm just going to pull the trigger.
Dio closed his short at 850 for 34 points and hit the old
Nice
reverse
trade.
button.
Did you hit the reverse button, Dio?
I'm just not good at that. I don't think I've ever done that successfully.
Yeah, I'm not a great reverse trader myself. I usually just try to focus on one side.
And then kind of sit back in the chair, just kind of bask in it for a second on a good winning trade.
Except for unless you call a low of day and you take it off 20 points after that low.
I mean, who would do that?
Great question. XY in the chat can answer that. New lows confirmed.
Yep. Dio hitting the reverse buttons is confirming us we're probably going to hit a new low.
Oh, no, that's not good for my trade.
Chris, I have an ES chart because everybody else just trades NQ. So every once in a while, you just got to give the traders in the chat just something a little different to look at.
Is he? Wow, an ES chart. Yeah. How many people on the Ninja stream are trading ES actively? Wondering.
I mean, every time I ask, it's always a handful. It's just everybody just
who's trading ES though?
Me.
Yeah, because everyone else is on NQ, right?
I mean, everybody else on Trade the Close has their.
Oh, I think Sarah's taking some ES trades, right?
Does she?
I think Chris has too.
See, there's a number of ES folks hanging out with us this afternoon. Actually, more than I expected. 90% NQ trades on the network. Yeah, I could see that, Chris. It seems like most of us. I mean, I'm showing ES right now, but every trade I took today outside of my stop out was an NQ trade. So I am who I am.
Wow. They went straight to 52 or 62 and then stopped. Okay.
XY, do you want to note that my stop was at what was it? 69, 68, 68 and change, whatever. And we reversed right off of that. Just going to throw it out there again. They're still watching the stream.
So really what you're saying is we need a Nick indicator.
Yes.
Nick indicator.
In fact, I think XY is working with some devs on the backside to make sure that we can code that somewhere.
AJ was pretty good about that too. Anytime he got stopped out, it would be a great trade. So you're saying that you have the same power as AJ?
I do in the afternoon, it seems.
Interesting.
Trading ES, it's as good of an indicator as you can get.
What are you going to charge for that?
0. I do it for you people. Purely for the meme at this point.
That's like, what's the Ninja? So Ninja has the new, what's the new web thing that they have that kind of like shows not positions, but like, I don't know, is it sentiment?
I don't know. I don't know if I've seen that yet.
It's just on the web version. That's why I don't know what I'm talking about yet. It's kind of like, I don't know, like a power meter, I guess, for like positioning.
Does it tell you like how many percentage of traders are long or short?
Yeah.
That's cool.
The pulse. Yes. The pulse. So it's just Nick's version of the pulse. It's just Nick. It's not, you wouldn't call it the pulse. You would just call it Nick. The Nick.
Oh, there it is. Yep. More information on the pulse indicator pasted right there in the chat for you guys if you're curious.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I'm sure that's.
But yes, we're
a lot of people are interested in.
We're definitely not going to, but maybe we will add just a lovely version of it watching my trades as well. So that in real time, you can see where my stops are. But you'll need level 4 data for my mental stops. Still coming down a little bit.
Yeah, I've still got 2 from 52. Well, 51.75 now because I started with 3 and I took one off at 62.
British Leo is in the chat.
Oh, hey, Kane. Hello, Kane. Level 4. Are you sure? Nick, I mean, you have level 4. Don't you think it brings a lot of clarity?
Kane.
British Leo.
Well, I call him Americane, so I have to call you British Leo, I guess.
Americane Leo.
Oh, is this going to roll?
That month open at 868 seems to be giving NQ a little bit of resistance. It's kind of funny how that works.
Kane has officially faded you.
Are you short?
Kane is short.
Where are you short, Kane? What price? 26? 26?
What are you trading?
What?
65.
25? Kane. Oh, he's shorted right here. This little pullback.
Oh, that little pop? Oh, wow. Right at the month open?
There's Kane short. Leo is long versus Kane short. Who wins, chat? XYZ's called low of day. Kane's short for continuation against my long. There won't be a split screen this week because some of the production folks are doing some work on the back end. But next week, the split screens will be back. Leo, what? Why are you all saying Leo?
They're saying you are going to win, sir. Everyone in the chat so far is Team Leo, it seems.
Team Leo in the chat. You'll win. Okay. That's not giving me a ton of confidence, chat. We need everyone to be on Kane's side. You think this is the middle? I don't know.
I mean,
doesn't look like the middle to me. It's
not
like
really.
The bottom edge
You
of
kind of got long the bottom edge of value on today's session as we retested, breaking below it.
Right.
I mean, if he was trying to long 900 for a new high today, I'd say maybe he's diddling in the middle. Or what was that? 890s. Excuse me.
Okay. 12 minutes for M period. M lady. Lady M. Yes, Kane, you should. Put it on the order block so I can see it. I want to confirm. Sound bites are this week. Yeah.
We don't have any fun sound effects.
We have to make our own sound bites. Snow was cracking me up earlier. He went full on, like, I don't even know what I would call it. He said something that was just hilarious. Does the pulse refresh itself automatically, or do you need to do something to refresh it? That's a good question. Maybe the folks at NinjaTrader will answer that. I don't have any details about it yet.
I just found out about it. I'm actually going to look at it. Oh, light mode.
You need to press Alt 4.
You know what? I just discovered it. Where's your stop?
45.
Did you move it up after you took one?
Yeah.
Okay. I was
Yeah.
gonna say, did you really enter that with a 5-point stop? Jeez.
No, I did not. They have both. They have a platform and a brokerage. How many likes to get Stowe to sing? Kane might be winning this trade. Oh, are they sellers getting a little too overzealous here in these 44s?
Sellers getting over their skis. It's not something like we haven't seen that movie 100 times.
That's called index trading.
Yeah, I was gonna say that's almost every day.
Uh-oh. I don't want to say this, Kane, but do you know what these 45s are? I'll give you one guess. I'll give you one guess. Still put it in the chat already. Damn. Your break even. What's that saying you say? You're either going to make X dollars or make zero?
That I say?
Kane.
Oh.
He has a saying like he's either going to make X or make zero. I'm just saying, like, I think he's going to make zero.
Hmm.
Now that I've said that, though, it's that's a bad omen, I think, on me.
This seems like a coin flip at this point between who's going to win this.
Job says when you make negative dollars, go make a sandwich. That's your motto. I hate that they're just chopping around. Like, I'd rather see them do something.
But this is what you missed
when I was gone.
Well, you and your first day back,
summer trading.
You and Stowe had end of month flows in the room with you, so naturally we ripped a new high of day.
That was such a bad stream. Do you know that stream cost me $500?
I know it did, and it was actually great TV. I was enjoying myself driving in the car listening to that.
And the funny thing is like when we got off the stream, I called him and he's like, "You don't have to send me the file." I was like, "I already sent it to you, brother." Like, what do you mean? I don't have to send it to you. I bet's a bet.
I don't remember the context of the bet because I think I missed that part.
I was just literally so confident that we were not going to tag that overnight high that I was just like, I'll just give you $500 if we tag it. Like, it wasn't even, he didn't have to risk anything. It was just, I'm going to give you money if this happens.
So just a poor betting
on my part. Yeah. Not that it would have changed the outcome if he had like legitimately bet me something.
Not like you were already long, you're holding a runner, and you said, "So if we actually make it to that, I'm going to give you $500 because I'm going to be paid as well."
Right.
It just was something you just didn't believe was going to happen.
Mm-hmm. You're probably right, Kane. Yeah, you guys need to make more bets with me. Are we just building out a huge volume node here in ES to just do nothing the rest of the afternoon?
Probably.
Can I look at your ES chart? Can we flip to next chart?
Oh, sorry, I was looking at my long time frame one.
Oh, yeah, look at that. That's disgusting.
Right at last week's value high.
That is gross.
Nothing to do here. I mean, you kind of wanted to see like a violent reoffer and perhaps make a new low, but we can't do that because, XY has to be right.
Yeah. Yeah, I would just, you know what? I want Kane to either make money or I want to make money, but for both of us just to get
If only it
just to
was
have
like
to sit there and do
options
nothing.
and you guys could actually decay your positions as you're sitting in it right now so that you're both actually going to lose money if we don't move.
That sounds terrible. It sounds terrible. We're gonna get somewhere this time, or are we just gonna test the 60s and come back?
Do you guys make a living from this or is it just for fun? I'm a full-time trader, so this is how I pay my bills.
I wish it wasn't for fun.
Yeah.
I wish it was for fun.
I mean, it's still pretty fun to do this with
Getting
you in the afternoons, but
Yeah, getting on the streams with the guys is fun. Because I was talking to somebody before the stream. It's just like trading is not something that you generally do with like a big group of people. Like if you're working with
yeah.
like you're working in a job with a company, you have coworkers, right? And trading, you're by yourself unless you find like a group of traders to trade with or to, kind of hang out with. It's pretty boring.
It really can be. It is fun at times, but I think it's really only fun because I've got a good circle of people around me. Otherwise, yeah, you kind of just are trading, pressing buttons in a dark room and hoping for the best. And that would make the drawdowns probably way worse
Right.
if it was like that.
Yeah, I would definitely recommend having a group of people that you can connect with on a regular basis. All right, Kane, take me out, or we'll take you out.
I'm shocked neither one of you has been stopped out yet. Kane is still trying to find his friends in this space.
Do you see what's happening here? We have all this negative delta here, all this positive delta here, and we just have this build-up volume. And really, it just means like buyers that are lifting here in the 60s are getting rejected. Sellers that are selling into these 50s are getting rejected. And we're just sitting here frustrated.
I mean, we've said this before, but there's clearly somebody watching the stream knowing you and Kane are in a trade-off and currently just trying to do this to make you both miserable until one of you flattens your position.
Are you sure? Could just be Gamma's fault.
I mean, I would bet more on there's a market maker watching this stream than me blaming the Gamma.
What do you think about the Jane Street news that came out this weekend?
What was that? I might have missed it.
They were doing a lot of illegal activity in other markets across the world.
Were they really?
The Nifty 50. That's why Stowe's tweet about the OrderFlow, the tape not being real, and the Nifty 50 was so funny.
Oh, I missed that. But I'm gonna have to go back and look at that one.
Seems like it was a kind of a shady situation.
Probably.
But anyways.
Kane, you're eating pizza, not miserable. I mean, that's a win. Depending on the pizza, I guess.
What kind of see they don't have the good pizza.
In England?
Yeah. Is it any good out there? Are they
I
known
don't
for
know.
pizza?
That's actually a really good question.
Are you guys known for pizza?
I'm really waiting to hear this. There's got to be some places, right? Some Italians moved to the UK somewhere. Kane is out.
You're out?
He didn't answer the pizza question, but he flattened his trade.
Okay.
And they were waiting for that, apparently.
They were waiting for that. Kane made the sacrifice.
So who was sitting on the offer there, keeping us wedged? It clearly was Kane.
Dude, I'm gonna just trim one. I'm just gonna leave one on at this point.
This is actually like really annoying.
Mm-hmm. Not even
like this. This is what the boys and I had to deal with during Power Hour for a number of weeks while you were gone.
This is miserable.
This was it for 90 minutes straight. And you and I got some volatility at least coming on there.
Right.
But normally it's been like this type of range.
Mm-hmm. I don't know how you do it. You just like zoom way in. You're like, okay. You get real excited about 5 points.
I mean,
like when I do this, it looks fantastic.
Aaron, every time I watch the stream, it's choppy. Yes. It's clearly our fault.
Do. So, I don't know. It's kind of not a big week as far as news goes, right? FOMC minutes are on Wednesday. Is that right?
That's really it. I would imagine it just continues to be dominated by the fearless leader of the free world, tweet storms.
Yeah. Let's look at the econ.
Really
there's nothing on the schedule.
There's really nothing. Got jobless claims on Thursday, but for the most part, it's a super, super light week.
10-year bond on Wednesday, FOMC minutes Wednesday, crude oil, 30-year on Thursday. Somebody was talking about the 30-year doing some weird stuff. You guys know anything about that in the chat? I'm not a bond guy, but I hear people talk about it.
30-year yield currently at 4.92%, up 1.25% today.
Is that
the
big?
yield, not the I can't
like
remember which one is a long bond of the futures contract. Is that UB?
UB, yep.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was crazy for a second.
That's how macro we are.
We're big macro guys. Oh, Jim is in the chat.
Oh, 5-day sell-off, possibly more to come. So we sell bonds. That means rates go up?
Yes. Right? They are inversely correlated as far as my understanding. And as you guys know, I'm a big macro guy, big bond guy. But I believe that's how it works.
Price down, rates up. Yeah, that's what I thought. That's not good, man. Like, we need rates to come down, right?
Yeah. I think that's, I mean, I have my tinfoil hat theory that rates are going to get significantly lowered with whoever Trump decides to replace Powell with early next year.
Well, that's not a tinfoil hat that's been widely communicated. No?
Well, then maybe I'm becoming a macro guy.
Just let me know when you start your newsletter.
Substack when? We still can't leave this little ledge here.
I mean, yeah. On the 24-hour volume profile, ES made its point of control right here at 66. The Fed chair does not unilaterally control the rates. Yes, that's correct. We are all aware of that. Stowe, can you draw a chart where the price action is causing you the pain?
Please show a a crayon line of where this price action has hurt you the most.
at 860. I can't agree more. I couldn't agree more. Where is XY? Did he just disappear?
I think he's still short and probably just is.
He's still short?
I think he said he flipped short.
He called for low a day and then got
I know.
short.
That's why, are we still wait, you're still long from where? Oh, you bid 850s. Okay.
Oh, okay. He's in this with us. Team trade.
No, we were just talking about the pulse indicator. I just literally learned about it on the stream. So, but you tested it today and got him a good gold long. Great to hear. I kind of want to play around with it.
It's on the web. Do you just log in and it's there in the web version?
I guess. I think you have to add it as like a thing.
Okay.
I don't know. I started reading it. It was not dark mode and I'm on stream, so I'll play around with it later.
That'd be sick if it was on the desktop platform.
That would be really cool.
Point of control. I was saying earlier, the point of control on ES, 24-hour volume profile.
It's right here.
It's 66. Is it the same? Can we flip over to the next chart?
Yeah, that's where I have it. 66. So we can't leave.
There it is. Big fat node.
And that also coincides with last week's value area high and a bunch of other MGI.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
It's also June's high too.
Oh, and ES, it's June's high?
Mm-hmm. I don't even know what time it was. I was gonna say, is it time for M period yet? Because we're not moving.
We're not gonna get the cane algo.
That was 8 minutes ago, and we didn't move.
You do that sound effect. Oh, Nick in the house with the sound effects.
So I did have that one on on my soundboard, so at least I know that one worked.
Nice.
So that's about the only thing we're getting this week will be sad trombone, apparently.
That's the only one you have?
I have a few others, but I don't know what is what.
Oh.
Because I didn't rename some of them. I just loaded a bunch to make sure it worked. And I also can't see my the little screen on my mixer. I can't even see it. It's turned the other way.
Is that like a Stream Deck?
It is a Rodecaster Duo.
Tell me like I'm 5.
It takes all of your inputs. So if you're someone like me that runs a PC setup and compiled with a Mac too, I can have all of the sound, everything playing in one, and in theory, push it out to the stream and control what is actually going out to the stream, what isn't, what I can hear in my ears that nobody else can hear. And then it has sound effects.
You're a Mac guy?
I'm both.
So you run a Mac?
Yes.
That explains everything.
So a Mac is what I do most of the. I know you're a big streamer guy, so you're trying to learn the inner workings of how I've built my setup. But yes, I use the Mac for pretty much anything that is not executing your trade or anything that needs a little more compute in theory. Anything that needs to tell you that you should probably still be long NVIDIA is done on my PC. Okay. And then everything else is on the Mac.
Is that a MacBook, or is it
Yeah,
like
it's a MacBook Pro. I
okay?
built it.
Gotcha.
It's stupid power. Like it's actually could handle like a full stream in itself too. But
Nice.
who wants to do that on a Mac?
That explains everything.
Yes,
Mac. Nick the cowboy with the Mac.
he's a Mac guy. There's nothing wrong with the Mac, sir. I just don't trade off of it.
I mean, this market just needs to move. Looks like the move is going to be taking me out of my trade, and it did.
Now do you long it, knowing you and XY got stopped?
Mm-hmm. I was actually just thinking that this is a pretty good spot for a reentry.
ES didn't kind of break that low. Aaron, yeah, if you're using a Mac and you use most of the many web-based platforms or Trade of Eight, like that's great on a Mac. It's when you try to run like running Ninja with all of these OFL indicators, it obviously wouldn't play nice when you need the kind of extra compute and things to actually make these things work. It's when you get into trouble. So that's why I just don't do it on my MacBook.
I jump back in here at 46.
I give you XY Stowe a lot of credit when you guys do this stuff. Like get stopped out, trade's not invalidated in theory, just re-enter. I guess I could go like a 5-year-old and sit in a corner and want to pout for a couple minutes.
There's somebody playing around in the offer a little too much, though. Oh, they took a fill there at 45. Let's see what we do now.
Florida man, I got 36 gigs on this MacBook. So it's
36.
Yeah.
Shouldn't it be 32? 8, 16, 32?
36.
They do weird numbers on the Mac.
They have what is it? I'm literally looking at it right now. 36 gigabytes memory.
I'm not doubting you. I'm just that's
No, I think when they did
number.
the M3 chips, like they did something's a little different.
Gotcha.
I think the standard on it was maybe 12 or something. I don't know. Yeah, see, Elias knows. 160 or 128.
Okay. Yeah, Elias does not mess around when it comes to compute.
That's
he's like
I guess it's not crazy because I use 64 and I don't really do anything too chaotic.
He's like Leo. When I used to play Tetris, I had 368 gigs of RAM. I don't want lag on my Tetris.
For what I need to run trading platforms, everything else, more than enough. 64 is a good number.
Oh, just give me something.
I cannot believe we're still stuck in this 20-point range.
Just give me 56, please. Little momentum, maybe. Finger on the trigger. I took one. Oh, a little 41's my stop.
Still can't move.
Mm.
Forever stuck at the point of control with 4 minutes till the Kane algo, but Kane has left the chat. So I
Kane
mean,
left the chat.
This
We don't
algo
have
is
the
going to be
Kane
lackluster.
algo.
No free bird. Algo will take us to 870. For Leo's
Said
sake, I
that.
hope so.
Oh, okay. I don't know. Seems like they're still pretty interested to
Sell this.
offer 60s.
XY, more likes so the market can move. I mean, we're at our quota. I don't want to get greedy. Yeah, that was a weird offer. Leo is locked into this trade right now.
Nothing else to do except be locked in, you know?
He is locked in to this
I'm just
10-point range in the NASDAQ.
Nick, I'm just trying to figure out if I should just quit this thing and watch it, or if there's any point in staying in this trade or not.
Well, it depends on how dangerously you want to live. I never am a fan of even looking at the NASDAQ during MOC.
Oh, I mean, yeah. Okay. Well, the market's going to make this decision for me. It looks like.
Yep.
It did.
There it goes.
So I'm going to watch it. I came right up to that area where, look, just nothing but offer there. And we tried to trade into it and got nothing.
At this point, I just kind of want to see XY be proved wrong. Perhaps the MOC algo takes us down lower and we take out the low of the day.
Rectal exams are more enjoyable than this price action.
It's fair.
Mm-hmm. Only if you're 40 would you know that. Just saying. Okay, Nick. What's about to happen, Nick? In 30 seconds.
It is just about time for the market on close algo to kick in. Everyone's favorite little seizure that we get here at the 250 mark Central Time. So if you're in a trade, be careful.
Or as Kane would say, it's algo time.
I can't do it. You can do a British accent, can't you?
No, it always
it sounds Australian.
It always turns into Australian.
It really
Maybe
does.
it should be Kane Australian.
I mean,
please don't do the
Australian Kane.
Yes, they're asking me not to do it. Wow. The 50 algo pushed price
right
15 points and then did nothing. And then did nothing.
XY is probably still long. See?
When the 50 algo can't even get you to your TP, that's an definite sign that you should hang it up. XY, I'm talking to you.
I have a feeling we're still going to close it right around here.
I wouldn't doubt it.
XY is flat, so now the market can actually continue its move.
Well, we had a move and then nothing happened.
Yeah, we had one little move up and just a lot of chop, misery, and frustration. And then a small move up. Going back to 900s.
It would be funny. It would be funny to close back at the opening range.
It's not that far away, but we'll see.
940 would be the money spot for that.
Yes, it's got more work to do.
Yeah.
See, Dio just doesn't stop trading. He's back in again.
Is he still going?
He's short 870 again.
He's a machine.
He really is.
This guy you talk to frequently is your boy?
Yeah, Dio's a good dude.
Nice.
He's an OFL guy.
Oh, right on. So what I've just learned here is that Nick has secret chats.
I got friends all over the world.
Secret hideouts. Nick is global, worldwide. He's short 870. I actually don't hate that short. So good luck.
Oh. Let's see.
Should we do a hat giveaway? I think we should. Here's the thing. We have 6 minutes until the close. If you can guess the close of ES to the tick, I will send you a hat for free. And the tiebreaker will have to be a random number drawing.
So what do you define as the closing price?
At the bell, which is 4 p.m. Eastern.
Okay, glad we made that clear. Otherwise, you're going to have some angry people on Twitter telling you that they were right.
Lots of 68.75s in the chat. 66.75. 69.75. Everybody's doing a quarter, 3/4. Guess the close to the tick, and you'll get a free hat.
Who's doing logistics?
I have it now. I have boxes. My wife has a label printer, like a UPS thing. So yeah, we're good.
So you're still doing it, is what you're saying. Didn't outsource it.
Yeah, but we actually have like
an intern or something for the summer to handle the hats.
No, actually, it's super easy now.
Now I know the numbers in the chat just keep creeping higher as we make this move.
You have until You have 2 minutes to put your guess in. I started a timer.
Let's see. They keep creeping higher.
Yep. 81.75.
All those 70s and 60s.
Watch us close it at Friday's close. 83.5.
Does Friday's close count technically?
I don't know. I mean, it does on my chart.
I guess like I don't know how do holidays and settlement work, I guess.
I don't try to get too scientific about it. I'm sure some nerd is going to come in and actually me about it, but that's fine. Well, actually. No scrub the Friday data. Okay. Algos don't care. Sure.
Yes, everybody.
30 seconds. 30 seconds.
Till you cut it off?
So you can't guess anymore. You have to lock your guesses in.
I was going to say, that's not the close. Like we still have 2.5 minutes.
62.70. I can see that. I can see 62.70. Oh, timer's up. You heard it.
I mean, I don't get a hat.
Anybody after Dan, no more guesses.
I'm going to say 66, even though it doesn't count because I don't get a hat.
Dan Ewing. And I hope there's not a tiebreaker. $10-point pump. Hey, I've seen. I mean, this afternoon trade just is kind of a mess.
Yeah,
we could go anywhere. I mean, we could go anywhere any day, but it just.
I mean, this seems more so. What else do we got after the bell? Anything?
The tie break should be the first to guess. Yeah, the tie break should be what I choose the tie break to be, Aaron. Pick a number between 1 and 22,870. Actually.
40 seconds.
40 seconds, and we'll find out if we have a winner. They stopped me out, dude. Like,
I mean, barely.
Just to run it. Just to run it. 5-point stop, that's what you get.
Yep.
That's what you get. If I had a 6-point stop, no big deal. 5-point stop, didn't work.
Let's see, 10 seconds.
Where is it going to close? Oh, right there. 62, 75, 25.
Oh, okay. I guess I lagged.
3/4?
Well, I guess it lagged because I was kind of eyeballing it.
Yeah, I have 62.75 1/4.
Yep.
Who guessed it?
62.75. I have 62.7550.
Says he won. Chill guy won. We have to see your price.
Yeah, now we got to go back and read the chat. Good luck with that one.
Okay, 2 people said they won. Send me. Chill guy got it. So Side didn't get it. 75-25 was. That's where we stopped, right?
I have settlement
75-25.
at 25 or 50. I'm eyeballing it.
Oh, you thought it closed at 77. Okay, 75. Okay, cool. We got a winner. Chill guy. I happen to know where you are, so I'll just send you a DM. Chill guy in the OFL hat. He's going to be chill hat.
It's going to be looking real chill in that.
TradingView has it at 05 or at 50. Well, TradingView's wrong.
Yeah, just going to leave that one there.
All right, Nick.
All right. So unfortunately, Jim is not here this afternoon to take us out of this lovely afternoon trade during Power Hour here with myself and Leo the Tiger. So thank you guys all for tuning in. Thank you for hanging out with us. I know it was a bit of a snoozer after we had that initial move up, but hopefully everyone had some fun. We even gave away a free hat. So what more do you want here on NinjaTrader Live?
We try to make it fun.
Yes. Hopefully some fun with everybody hanging out with us in the afternoons, especially. But please do tune in. The rest of the crew will be back tomorrow morning. I believe Merritt will be trading the open. Is it Merritt? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yep. So Merritt will be trading the open. And then the rest of the OFL crew will be back in the afternoon as well. So please do tune in at, and I think a little later start tomorrow morning at 9 a.m. Eastern.
9 a.m.
Yep. So thanks, everybody. Have a good night. We'll see you tomorrow.
Thanks, guys.